Every person has a story, but some stories have the power to inspire millions. Mitchell S. Jackson's life is one of those stories. It is a journey filled with struggle, mistakes, pain, redemption, and ultimately success. His life proves that no matter how difficult the beginning may be, a person can still rise above every obstacle and create a meaningful future. Mitchell S. Jackson was born and raised in Portland, Oregon, in a neighborhood where life was often difficult. Poverty, crime, and limited opportunities surrounded many young people. Growing up in such an environment meant facing challenges from an early age. His family worked hard to make ends meet, and like many children in struggling communities, he witnessed the hardships of everyday life. As a young boy, Mitchell had dreams like anyone else. He wanted a better future and hoped to achieve success. However, the reality around him often made those dreams seem distant. The streets offered quick money and an easy escape from financial struggles. Many young people were drawn toward dangerous paths, and Mitchell eventually found himself heading in the same direction. During his teenage years, he became involved in activities that would later change his life forever. At the time, it seemed like a way to survive and help himself financially. But every decision comes with consequences. The choices he made eventually led him into serious legal trouble. His life began moving in a direction that threatened to destroy his future completely. When he was arrested and sentenced to prison, everything changed. The freedom he once took for granted was gone. The dreams he had carried since childhood seemed impossible to reach. For many people, prison becomes a place where hope disappears. It can feel like the end of the road. But for Mitchell, prison became something unexpected. Instead of allowing his circumstances to define him, he began looking inward. He spent countless hours thinking about his life, his family, and the choices that had brought him there. Those moments of reflection were painful, but they were also necessary. For the first time, he began to see that he had the power to choose a different future. During this difficult period, he discovered the life-changing power of books. Reading opened doors that prison walls could not close. Through literature, he traveled beyond his surroundings and explored new ideas. Books showed him that people could transform their lives through knowledge, creativity, and determination. Soon, reading led him to writing. Writing became more than a hobby. It became a lifeline. It gave him a way to express emotions he had never shared before. Through words, he could tell stories about his community, his family, and the struggles he had witnessed throughout his life. For the first time, he realized that his experiences mattered and that his voice had value. After serving his sentence, Mitchell faced another challenge: rebuilding his life. The world outside prison was not always welcoming. Many former prisoners struggle to find opportunities because people often judge them based on their past mistakes. Mitchell faced those same obstacles. Doors were closed. Opportunities seemed limited. Yet he refused to give up. Instead of returning to old habits, he focused on education. He understood that learning could become the foundation of a new life. Returning to school required courage and determination. There were moments when he felt uncertain. There were times when the journey seemed too difficult. But he kept moving forward. Through hard work and persistence, he earned higher education degrees and continued developing his writing skills. While many people saw obstacles, Mitchell saw possibilities. Every classroom became another step toward the future he wanted to build. As the years passed, his dedication to writing began attracting attention. He worked tirelessly to improve his craft, spending countless hours reading, studying, and revising his work. Success did not arrive overnight. It came through years of patience, discipline, and belief in himself. Eventually, his writing reached a wider audience. Readers connected deeply with his stories because they felt real. He wrote about families, communities, struggle, survival, and hope. His words reflected experiences that many people understood but rarely saw represented in literature. His honesty made his work powerful, and his unique perspective made it unforgettable. What made Mitchell different was his ability to transform painful memories into meaningful stories. Rather than hiding from his past, he used it as a source of wisdom. He showed readers that even the darkest experiences can teach valuable lessons. As his reputation grew, so did his influence. He became known not only as a talented writer but also as a powerful voice for people whose stories often go unheard. Through his books, essays, and public appearances, he encouraged others to believe in their own potential. His work earned widespread recognition and respect. Critics praised his storytelling, while readers admired his honesty and emotional depth. Yet despite his growing success, Mitchell never forgot where he came from. He continued speaking about the importance of education, opportunity, and second chances. One of the most remarkable aspects of his journey is how completely he transformed his life. Years earlier, he had been sitting inside a prison cell wondering what his future might look like. Now he was being celebrated for his achievements and contributions to literature and journalism. His success became a symbol of hope for countless people facing their own struggles. He demonstrated that mistakes do not have to define a person's entire life. What matters most is the willingness to learn, grow, and keep moving forward. Beyond his writing career, Mitchell also became a mentor and educator. He dedicated time to helping young writers discover their voices. He encouraged students to tell authentic stories and to embrace their unique experiences. Through teaching, he inspired a new generation to believe in the power of words. His message remains simple yet powerful: every person has a story worth telling. Today, Mitchell S. Jackson continues to inspire people around the world. His journey serves as a reminder that success is not determined by where someone starts in life. It is determined by the choices they make, the lessons they learn, and the perseverance they show when facing adversity. The most inspiring part of his story is not the awards he won or the recognition he received. It is the fact that he refused to surrender when life became difficult. He chose growth over defeat, education over limitation, and hope over despair. His life teaches us that transformation is always possible. No matter how many mistakes a person has made, there is always an opportunity to begin again. No matter how dark the road may seem, there is always a chance to find light. Mitchell S. Jackson's story is more than the biography of a writer. It is a story of redemption, courage, and resilience. It is proof that the human spirit can overcome incredible challenges and emerge stronger than before. And perhaps that is why his journey continues to touch so many hearts. Because deep down, it reminds us all that our past does not have to control our future. With determination, faith, and hard work, even the most difficult chapters can become the beginning of an extraordinary new story.